Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. It's not Thursday night, and we're not going to be talking about barbecue. I am doing a new show without Ryan, which is probably a good thing. And I am doing things about small businesses. As some of you may know, I go around and I post out there about different small businesses I went to. I stopped at one. She reached out and begged for me to come in. I hope everybody can hear me. But I hope, so I decided to come in and eat, and it was fantastic. It was probably one of the best burgers I've ever had in my whole life. And I know we're in Grange Park, and I know there's a place in Brookfield that has a burger in its name that thinks it's one of the best burger places in the Chicago area. But I'm telling you right now, this place here, Happier Now Cafe in LaGrange Park, has one of the best burgers out there. So, and I have to sit with Andrea, who's the owner.
I am chef and owner.
Chef and owner, because that's what happens when you're doing a small business. You have to wear multiple hats. So we're going to find out. Hopefully some people will sign on here and we could actually get some questions so I don't have to ask a million questions. I don't know how long the show is going to be because this is the first one. So who knows what we're going to come up with and what we're going to find out. But we're going to learn a little bit about Andrea. We're going to learn a little bit about the business. We're going to learn about what it does. We're going to learn about what it has, because after all, small businesses are awesome. And more people need to support small businesses because that's where you find the most fun. So, Andrea, how long have you been doing the chefy stuff?
Oh, I went to culinary school in 2009. So I've been in restaurants pretty much ever since then. Yeah. All Chicago based.
All Chicago based. So here's the bigger question is, what made you want to open your own restaurant?
I think a little bit of insanity. I have always loved cooking. I grew up cooking. It was something we always did in our house. And even before the idea of going to culinary school was a thing, I always pictured myself opening a restaurant in the area. I think that was a little influence from my dad, who always kind of had that idea. But during the pandemic, right after it started, I was immediately furloughed and then laid off from my corporate chef role. And was coming home to see my mother a lot. And I was like, I can't get a good turkey sandwich in LaGrange Park. Like real turkey breast, nothing like processed and packed.
So you're from LaGrange Park?
Yes. I grew up about 4 blocks away.
Because that answers my next question was, why would you be in LaGrange Park of all places in the world to be?
Yes.
So go ahead, finish your story.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me get my train of thought back. I was coming home and I couldn't get a good turkey sandwich or a good cup of coffee in LaGrange Park proper. The only options were to go into downtown LaGrange and deal with parking and all that hassle. So I kind of broached the subject with my mom, and we talked about it, and I wrote like a 15-page business plan for her to go over, and that's how we got started.
15 pages?
Yeah, it was a lot of writing and pictures.
So everybody knows, I did not do very well in English. And mine would probably have been a 5-sentence business plan with a whole lot of ideas in my head, because I don't write very well. So what's the hardest part about doing your own business? Because you have to wear multiple hats, as we just talked about. But it's like, what is a normal day?
Ooh. Well, I would say the hardest part is finances. We're 100% self-financed. We don't have any money from anyone else coming in. So my mom and I are completely in control of all of the decisions. She's my business partner, and the financer. So I would say just dealing with money is the hardest part. But on a day-to-day, as soon as I wake up, or sometimes before I'm ready to commit to being awake, I'm already dealing with answering text messages, figuring out ordering, making sure we're good at the cafe if I'm not there before we open. So I'm basically always working, even when I'm not working, making sure that everything is going smooth. And then when I'm here, I'm either the main cook or the main server, or I'm the one helping both of those people to make sure it goes as smooth as possible for everyone. We do run a pretty tight ship here. We don't have excess employees. So, just again, dealing with finances. So yeah, it's just always being busy while I'm here and not here.
And that's one of the reasons why I like to take care of the small businesses. That a lot of the big restaurants and everything, they all got marketing budgets. They all have this stuff and they all have that stuff. It's small business. like she just said, there's not a lot of money to go around. And I'm sure she doesn't have a $3 million marketing budget where she can run ads and flyers and all that other stuff, post on social media, boost it and all that other stuff. So that's why, obviously, I've been in small business my whole life. I worked for some family-owned hardware stores for almost 30 years. Now I'm over at Wanamaker's in Downers Grove, 1940 Ogden Avenue in lovely, beautiful downtown Downers Grove. So I'm always looking to help support the small business person. But so you do wear multiple hats and you do a lot of things. And how hard is it having such a small staff? Is it something that exhilarates you to do all that? Or is it like you feel you're just used to it now?
Well, I'm used to it. It's great because we're pretty tight. Everyone that works here gets along. I would say we've had a few people that just didn't like fit with the crew and they just didn't stay and hang out with us, which was unfortunate, but it's vibes were off.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's nice. It's hard when people go on vacations and everything, especially if everything happens at once. I never wanted to be one of those bosses that said, no, you can't take that day off, because I had those bosses and that wasn't cool. You miss out on life events. That's just not the kind of person I want to be. So we make it work. My fiance will help work. My mom will sometimes come help serve, who never served a day in her life. She's never worked in a restaurant. So it's always fun when Donna is a server. But yeah.
I hate to tell you, restaurants are harder than retail.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not in a restaurant. I tried it once. I applied for Burger King. I got there. As far as I got was the uniform. After that, I never went back to work because I couldn't even be. Restaurants are too hard. The fast food restaurants, I can't handle it. That's why there's people like Andrea who can handle that stuff. So let's talk about the food. How hard? Are all the recipe, everything that's on this great menu that I have here in front of me? Did you come up with all these?
Yes.
Did you copy any?
No, I have like some are influenced from past jobs that I've been at or from cookbooks, but nothing is a 100% copy. Everything has my own twist on it. A lot of things are influenced by like my childhood growing up. My father was from back then Czechoslovakia.
Yep.
So a lot of Eastern European cooking. So you'll see a bunch of stuff that might seem like Polish or Czech, but Slovak. So it's all kind of the same.
It's probably why I like the food.
Yeah.
It's a Polish. And I like the food is amazing. Everything I've had, and I've only had 2 things here now. Granted, let's not say that I've had 1,000 million things. Yeah, I will probably be back and have more. The burger, as I said, was fantastic. Today I had the sausage and red beans and rice.
Yeah, we do all our own sausage when we do that kind of stuff. That's always been something that's really important to me. From the first restaurant I ever worked at, we had our own sausage program. So like 15 years ago, my brother got me my own personal sausage stuffer that has moved with me from an apartment to a condo, and now it's here. So that's always been something that's been really important to me, is that whole process.
Only a restaurant person would be happy about a restaurant. It was sausage stuffer. But no, it was very good. It was a little spicy. Obviously, coming from the barbecue world, spicy sometimes can mean a whole different thing. This was just enough. I thought personally it could be a little bit more spicy, but I understand there's people out there that, a little bit of spice is
Mildly spiced on Dewey.
It's perfect. Perfect. What's your favorite thing on this menu? Because you got 1,000,000 things on here.
My favorite thing, I love our turkey sandwich. Like I said, that was really important to me. So we get in whole breast turkey and we brine it for about 16 hours in a smoked paprika garlic brine. And then it's roasted and sliced. It comes with muffaletta, which is how I like to describe that is a not spicy giardiniera for all of our Chicago folk. A sun-dried tomato mayonnaise, smoked cheddar, and lettuce. So it's lots of layers of flavor and on some really good sourdough bread.
No one ever asked me if I wanted the turkey sandwich. Now I feel like I should have one. Is this your mom's tuna salad?
It is. She doesn't remember that that's how she makes it, but it started as a whole conversation because I was at her house and she had sweet relish in her fridge and I saw it had green dye and high fructose corn syrup in it. And I was like, this is disgusting. You shouldn't be eating this. Like,
right.
High fructose corn syrup is ruining America's farmlands because we're growing craft corn. So instead of making her a reasonable amount of sweet relish, I made a huge batch of it. And then I was like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? So that's why I decided to put it on the menu. So the house-made sweet relish paired with the sustainably caught tuna is what really makes the sandwich. Our tuna is full line caught, so it's all younger tuna. So there's a very low mercury count, which is a huge issue for tuna. So they're all younger tuna that are to the more upper level of the ocean, I guess. So it's just really high quality tuna that we also sell by the can here.
But a can?
Yeah, the tuna cans. Yeah,
Little round cans.
it's very expensive, but it's so good.
It's a little round can. Like, oh, look at, we got actually Neil here. Oops. Neil says it's so good, a must try. Excellent. Yeah. Neil, do you come here often? Is this
That's
what?
my fiance.
Oh.
Just
Then
give
he-
away the secrets.
Then he comes here a lot.
Yes.
Or depending on her mood, maybe not that often. When she's working, she may be a whole different person.
Yes, he does get two different like tones of voice.
Two different tones of voice. Well, he hasn't canceled the wedding, so it must be okay. So that's a big thing for you. Then is everything being environmentally friendly? Because I noticed this.
Yes.
I hate to tell you, everybody, I'm a carbonated water person, due to the fact that I'm not supposed to have lots of sugar. So, but I used to be a big Perrier. But I'm telling you right now, she has this open water stuff. It is now one of my favorites of all time.
Chicago based and woman owned. So
Yeah, she said quite a bit. Neil said quite a bit. He doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice. No. So anyway, because I'm going to open this up because I asked for it on purpose so I could drink it while we're on the show. So it's actually really neat, and you got a whole board. I don't know if anybody's seen the post. I did a post on my page, Stephen G. Crass page. It's not going to be on the It's All About the Barbecue page. And she has a board up there that has a list of all the. These are all the things you style that you use, right?
yes,
The chalkboard up there of women-owned businesses and what is the other one? Local, and
it's a
They-
diagram bringing you back to grade school.
they use a lot of them, and that's even better because you're a small business. You're passing it along to other small businesses, so it's small business supporting small business. Gosh Almighty, that makes me happier than a clam. If clams get happy, I don't know if they do or not because you can't see them smile. But anyway, so we're sitting right here along 31st Street. And it's kind of fun watching all the cars go by. When Trisha and I and her son Tommy were here, was the first time we came to visit. We were inside because the outside seating wasn't ready yet. But they planted nice little plants. It's got a great little outdoor seating area, which I'm not going to move the camera right now because it's I don't want to ruin anything. Don't have Ryan to do the technical stuff, and I'm not super technical. So I'm told, and you don't have them on the menu right now, you have really good pierogies.
We do. People ask about them a lot. We usually, the last 2 years, we did them for like the Lenten season. And then we'll do them every once in a while just as a throw on because everyone always asks about them. But they're a traditional Ruski style pierogi made with farmer's cheese that I pick up at a Polish or Ukrainian market right by where I live. Something I can't even order. Boiled potatoes cooked with a lot of butter and cheese, everything.
They should be on the menu all the time.
They take so long to make.
I know, but if they're good, you can make them and freeze them. No, you can't. Do you know Ryan?
I do know Ryan. She's
Glad-
another local.
It's a staged audience. Do you try to have seasonal menus? Is what she was.
I do. Most everything is seasonal. Work with what we have locally as much as possible. Being in Illinois, it is hard with produce and everything.
Okay.
But luckily, things like beets are an all year thing. So that's why we have the beet sandwich. And then try and do a lot of like seasonal flavors.
I'm not a beet fan. Trisha loves beets. I'm not a beet fan, so
Beets, goat cheese, kale. It's everything that you wanted in a really healthy sandwich.
no pork, bacon, that kind of stuff. No, actually, I do like a good healthy salad. That's why I was just going to say about the red beans and rice and the andouille sauce. It was just enough. I mean, so it's like you had enough to where obviously when I go to a barbecue place, I eat too much. So then I feel like really because usually you can't stop eating because you don't think you're full, and then like 10 minutes later, it all hits your stomach and you're like overfull. This was like perfect. So our portions are perfect.
Yeah, because we are using really high ingredients, having that like margin is super important to us. So not trying to do too much, but doing the right amount of the really good stuff so that we're not like overpricing.
So what did I, by the fact that it's being summer, what did I just miss that fell off the menu
Ooh,
for winter?
I can't like what was just on the menu? I don't remember yesterday. Well, the char siu pork is about to come off. It's on the menu right now.
Why? It's pork.
I know, but we also put the steak back. We added a new steak, so it's just a lot of meatiness. We've noticed that we don't get as many orders for the entrees, so it's really hard to control
Oh yeah, yeah.
everything.
Why not for the entrees, you think?
Our dinner service isn't as busy as we are during the day sometimes, so I think people are more ordering sandwiches and everything. We would love to be busier at night and all the time, so please come in.
You're open till 8, right?
8 o'clock.
She's open till 8 o'clock. Get in here for dinner.
Yeah, 10 to 8 Wednesday to Saturday, 10 to 6 on Sundays.
Now, what do you got for breakfast?
For breakfast, we just added 2 breakfast burritos. We do a pork one with our house-made pork sausage, scrambled eggs, muffaletta, our breakfast potatoes that are seasoned with some nice herbs and spices. And then we do a vegetarian one with kale, spinach, mushrooms, a balsamic aioli. Yeah, those are both really good. We do bagels that we get from Jimmy's Bagels, who's also opening down the street and is at the farmer's market. So those are locally made as well. A lox sandwich on those bagels. We do a pork sausage bagel, a ham and cheese bagel, a ham and cheese croissant with our butter croissants that are really delicious. We do a fruit and yogurt parfait and an oatmeal. So lots of gluten-free options, vegetarian options, but also some meaty options. Trying to make sure everyone has something that they can eat.
Yeah. No, I'm a bacon and egg guy, but as I'm getting older, I need to eat healthier. So these are great options. Do you think of doing the Oakfield Farmers Market?
I did think about it. So we don't have enough cooler space at this point because we do like house-made pickles and everything
Right.
and all that stuff. Once we get more cooler space, we'd love to be out there with our soups and our pickles because all of our soups are house-made too.
Are your pickles house made?
The pickles are house-made.
I do have to tell you, when I had the burger, I did notice how good the pickles
Yeah.
tasted.
I would say we're 95% scratch. So we do a lot in a very small amount of space. The 3 of us that work in the kitchen are always very busy back there, making sure everything is fresh and we're on top of everything.
Well, no wonder why you have to be sauce. If everything's made from scratch, dude. That is a. I just got a fuzz. I got a fuzz right in my eye. That's amazing that it is a lot of it's from scratch. I don't know how many restaurants do that. I can't tell, but because I haven't talked to a lot of them. But I'm just saying that's pretty. I mean, a lot of them you see the Cisco trucks and everything coming in and doing all that stuff. So I'm assuming it's not
You will see a Cisco truck here, but they're bringing me raw ingredients.
raw ingredients. So other restaurants may do it too, I guess. You always just see the trucks. You think
Yeah.
it's not real stuff. Hanger steak. They got hanger steak. What's on the hanger steak?
Well, it's a cold smoked steak. We grill it and then we do a grilled potato salad. So we're taking red potatoes, tossing them in oil, salt, and pepper, grilling those off, and then they're tossed in a super herbaceous, lemony dressing with house pickled mustard seeds to give it a little more crunch and a little bit of spice. And then we top it with a tomato and roasted garlic butter just to give it a little more deliciousness.
That sounds good. What's the new steak coming out? I think you.
Oh no, this is the new steak.
That is the new steak?
That's the new one. Just started it. That's new. The lemon pesto rigatoni is new. The salmon's a couple weeks. We've had the salmon for a couple weeks, but that comes with the cheesiest.
How's that doing?
It's really good. Once you have those potatoes, the pomali goat, it's a cheesy garlic mashed potato. It's basically like the best mashed potato you'll ever eat.
See, now I didn't order all the right stuff again when I came, but I know that the andouille sausage was on my list of things when I was pre-scanning to see the first time I came here. But I went with the burger because she said, obviously I was down a thing on burgers, and she said, well, I think I got one of the best burgers in the whole world. And so I tried that, and she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. So I don't. We got to get people. You guys have to get here for dinner. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
I figured this was beverage would be when you're crowded. It's dinner.
You can't forget about Grange Park. We have a lot to offer.
Well, what about the place across the street? Is it busy?
They're always busy. Always busy.
We're looking at Posto 31 and the Grange Park's across the street. So if it's busy there and there's a really long wait, it's literally to happier now. It's literally you'll be happier now if you walk across the street because you won't have to, you can sit and they'll take care of you and everything. The line might not be as long. She just said it wasn't busy at dinner, so we can build that traffic. So if it's busy over there, come across the street and maybe you'll see me here. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
love Jason and Posto, but we need some love over here.
yeah, need some love over here too. I never even got to dessert. You do have desserts. And
Yes.
I do see ice cream bars. Are those like,
Yeah, so those are
Organic?
from Pretty Cool Ice Cream in Logan Square in Lincoln Park in Chicago. It's a James Beard winning pastry chef who left restaurants to open her own ice cream shop. They are the best ice cream bars you'll ever eat. We carry a variety so that we have some kids that come in that have some food allergies, so they're actually able to get dessert. We have the dark chocolate, which is basically the best fudge you'll ever eat. It's gluten-free, it's vegan, it's amazing. The other ones we always get like an interesting ice cream bar. I think right now we have pretzel and toffee, which is so good. It's
an ice cream bar?
yeah, it's I think it's a toffee ice cream covered in chocolate with chunks of pretzels. We also just have their regular vanilla ice cream covered in chocolate, and it is amazing. Like, they're hard to pass up.
Oh, Neil says if you are waiting at Posto, have a dentist appointment
Or
or any shopping, come in and grab a glass of wine and a snack. Can't beat advertising like that.
no, I mean, he works in marketing. It's his job.
It's his thing. Well, now she's placed out the challenge, so I'm going to
Yeah.
probably have one of those ice cream bars before I leave today because she said it's the best I'll ever taste. And obviously, everything that I'm really into is not really good for most consumption because obviously barbecue's number one, pizza's number two, French fries is it's a tie between 3 and 4 between ice cream and French fries. Those are my main staples of life, which are not good for a healthy lifestyle, but at least I'll enjoy myself while I'm still around.
The pies and everything are all homemade too. So yeah, we usually go through 1 or 2 pies a week, and sometimes 3, depending on which one. Sometimes we put them out, and then all 8 slices are gone before.
What kind of pies you make?
Right now, we have a citrus cream with a graham cracker. It's a graham cracker and smoked almond crust. The other day, I had a cheesecake that sold out so quickly. Yeah.
Cheesecake's number 5 on my list.
We do a really good cheesecake, not to like toot our own
Can you
horn.
message me next time you're having cheesecake?
I'll post about it.
Thank you.
We'll see how long it lasts.
I'll have to hurry and make it on a Tuesday. Oh, you're not open on Tuesday.
Tuesday, I know. That's when I sleep.
Tuesday's my day off. Well, I'll let you know what weekend I'm off, and then I'll let you know that's when you can have the cheesecake. I was just over at Crispy's the other day, and her cheesecake was good.
Yeah, Krista's great. She did lots of cool stuff.
So she was excited when I said I was coming over here to do a live. I haven't done one on live in person for a long time, like on location, which I don't think I've ever done. It's been a long time since I've had anybody sit next to me doing a show. So it's kind of like a whole different kind of thing. But you are located, it's on the bottom there, scrolling across. Get over here, get into LaGrange Park. There's a lot of, I hate to tell you, but Brookfield, LaGrange Park area, if anybody's watching my posts and following my posts, there's a lot of great places to eat here. And the sad thing is I grew up in Brookfield, obviously a long time ago. I live out in Woodridge now, but I do come back obviously a lot. And I wish there were this many great places to eat in town in this area that there were when I was,
Oh, there was nothing.
there was nothing here. I don't know how long you've been here, but I've been here since like the 70s and there was really nothing. Everything was more functional back then. So you had your hardware store down there and then you had, on Grand Avenue was not like what it is today. In Brookfield, 31st Street, I think was still more functional, a lot more pharmacies and that kind of stuff. But there's like tons of food around here. And this is one of the best ones in the area. It's like a hidden gem. I keep saying they're hidden gems. You got to look around. You got to find the things that, just aren't out there. Check them out. Small business. That's what it's all about. Not that Posto is bad. He's small business too, but Andrea's smaller, so she qualifies for being super small
The
business.
smallest.
The smallest. What else we got? Anything else? Anybody else got anything to say out there? Neil, you got anything else to say? What is this? Peanut
Grilled
noodle?
peanut noodles. So those are udon noodles with like a peanut satay sauce. They're
Okay.
tossed in, and then our house pickled carrots and daikon, a cabbage slaw, like an HP cabbage slaw, edamame, peanuts, sesame seeds, and then we put some really awesome mint, basil, and cilantro on it, which is now actually coming from our little garden that we're sitting next to.
All right.
And then if you want, you've got a bunch of protein already from the peanuts and the edamame, but you can always add salmon, chicken, or shrimp on top. It's just a really nice, like,
I didn't realize.
heartier vegetable dish.
The food was just really good. I didn't realize it was such a healthy place too. That just goes to show you she's making a barbecue guy. I think, healthy food tastes fantastic.
Well, one of my big things is sneaky healthy. So trying to like add extra things where you don't necessarily realize it. Because even as adults, we need to be tricked into eating healthy.
You do fun other stuff too, though, don't you? You do wine stuff. I see on your.
Oh.
You do wine things and.
Yeah. So, well, we do trivia 3 nights a month. We do a 55 plus trivia, and then we do 2 back-to-back regular trivia nights.
It's 55 plus, like for like older people.
With more earned knowledge.
That's me.
Yeah. The other one was a little more well-rounded for some younger kids. You'll see some parents bring their kids, like usually like 10 and up will come and participate. Especially with like the music bingo, the kids really get into it because we have a table of prizes.
And that's all on your.
That's on our website. And definitely our social media, our Facebook and our Instagram. The website, like Steve said, we don't have a marketing team, so if the website's not up to date, you can blame me because I'm in the kitchen. But I try. We've done a wine dinner, and we're working on doing a beer dinner with Hop District. You gotta love supporting the Grange Park.
Yeah, they're right down the street there. Yeah, gotta have to stop in there. I've never been in there.
Really good beer. And they also do some THC drinks if you're into that.
I'm not into that. But anyway, for people who are, Hop District's right down the street here. I'm gonna have to get over there and get into that. As everybody knows, I post a lot. Pub 78 is my place where I go, and that's where I usually post. And you know how some people, when you're older, you get very super loyal and everything, and you shouldn't be. We're gonna have to explore a little bit, Trisha and I. So we're gonna have to try that. Everybody tells me it's fantastic, right? But you do it. I mean, you just had something to this morning. Did you have kids something?
Oh yeah, we had kids story hour.
Do you read stories while you're cooking?
No, it's not me. So it is 2 retired teachers.
Oh,
and
nice.
they do activities and everything. They are going to take a break for the summer, but we're going to find some other fun kid activity to keep the kids entertained and the parents happy so they can drink a morning glass of wine or whatever while the kids are
A morning class.
getting some books read and doing some fun coloring. Morning wine. Breakfast wine.
Is there a morning wine?
I mean,
What's an example of a morning wine? Obviously, I'm not a morning wine person. I'm a black coffee person. But anyway,
it's any wine you want it to be.
I need wine.
But also we have mimosas. Yeah, but we have I chose all of the wines on the menu. So it's pretty curated, and then our beers are all local. Buckle Down, Noon Whistle, and all that fun stuff.
Buckle Down. He's over in Alliance.
Yep.
That's my good friend Scott Parkins. He's sponsored by. He's with Stone Cold Grillers.
Yes,
He's sponsored by Buckle Down. He actually said Andrea's a really nice person.
he did. He beat me at the chili. Oh, I keep covering the mic. He beat me at the chili cook-off last year in Grange Park.
Where's that at? When's that? Is it still coming up?
It's going to be the summer, I think. It's at the right by what was the tennis courts at Memorial Park and the playground and everything.
Oh, now it's the pickleball court.
Yeah.
Pickleball. Who would have thought? I played that in high school in gym class, and I thought it was.
So you went to LT too?
No, I went to Riverside Brook.
Oh.
But we played it in gym class,
Yeah.
and I hate to tell you, back in the '80s, we're like, "What the heck is pickleball?"
Everyone was like, "Oh my God, there's this new sport." I was like, "That was a class I took in high school."
And we all thought it was corny, but whatever. Now it's like they have like a national championship teams and tournaments and all this other good stuff. So let's say we covered your desserts, we covered your dinners, your after this, we covered all the. She's a female-owned business, if you haven't noticed. You support a lot of I just like the fact that you support a lot of local. Besides being small and local, you support a lot of local. So when your money comes here, it's not only helping her and her business, but it's helping a lot of other small because she's taking your money and she's spreading it out amongst the Grange Park community here.
That is the goal.
Citizen of the Year right here at the Grange Park. And I don't know. I think you could beat Scott this year in the chili cook-off.
Now that I know what the judges were looking for, I have a much better idea. I went more classical ground beef chili.
Brisket.
I'm gonna get a little more creative this year. I was a little upset that I didn't place it all.
I'll help you. You can ask me for whipped advice. I'll help you with brisket. A little bit warm, but not too warm. Because there's people out there that don't like it. To me, chili's got to have a little bit of heat to it. So we'll figure it out. Anyway. Scott, you're going down this year. She's got a ringer, and I'm going to make sure she wins. So chairs are a little hard. I don't have my...
Yeah, they're from this boutique called IKEA.
Oh, of course. No wonder why, because they're not small business. That's why they're... But you know what? You got to make what fits in the budget sometimes. So anything else you'd like to say? We've gone 30 minutes. I thought that was pretty good for a first-time show, and we can come back and do more and check up on things later on. I'm glad everything actually physically worked, because if anybody's watched Thursday Night Barbecue Chat on Thursday, technology is just not this show's game. So anything else you want to head out? Anything?
So much of our guests are regulars that we see 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh, nice.
And we love that so much, but we're really looking obviously to get more people in the door. So really looking to see more faces. I'm going to talk about us on social media. I'm members of all the local Facebook groups, and I see all like the LaGrange businesses getting shout outs. And I just feel like poor LaGrange Park is often left behind. So
it's kind of sandwiched between Brookfield and LaGrange.
Yeah, we're so tiny and small. No, everyone forgets about us. So
well, that's the only thing I can say is obviously from doing. Everybody there's people that are out there that really like my posts that I do on Brookfield Connections, and I share it in a bunch of other towns, and I do it a lot on my own personal page. That just started out because I just wanted to take a picture of what I was eating and support a small business and put it out there. And now a lot of people love it. They follow where I go. You don't have to do that, but a small business, especially a restaurant, bar, anything, store, gift shop. I mean, I posted about the antique mall down the street because it's my favorite antique mall. And they don't have the budget. So anytime you can give a shout out to a small business, just do it. Don't think you're being corny on Facebook. Just put it out there. I mean, people will check it out. So I do that. And Gosha's Coffee Shop is downtown Brookfield. That's my favorite coffee shop. But you got coffee too, though, right?
We do, locally roasted from Passion House.
See, now I got to get ice cream and a cup of coffee. And I do have to tell you, she's got these coffee. This one, you don't get the plant in it, but I love her coffee mugs. So they feel really good. I hate to tell you, don't tell me. I didn't think that was a thing, and I was just telling her the whole story. I went to a different restaurant. The coffee cups were not glazed. And man, that's a weird feeling in your hand when you're touching the unglazed coffee cup. Who would think that such a little thing would be so annoying? But that's it. That's all I got. Anything else you want to, that you're good?
I can't think of anything. I mean, as you know, I was so excited when you contacted me because I was watching all of your posts on Brookfield Connections. And I had just been waiting for the day that you came in here.
I know. Every time I went, like, not every one I went to, but like every other, like 2 or 3, there would be like this little Happier Now cafe with, when you coming in? When you coming in?
We're doing fun stuff over here.
We're doing fun stuff. And, my burger's really good. And I got tons of other stuff. So I was going to come in. I was going to come in around Easter. Things just didn't work out. But I got in here in May. So that's all that matters. We actually were down the street, seeing my good friend Scott Grandchamp down there at the Grange Park Ace, and Scott. Because Scott was there doing a demo thing. And Tricia and I and Tom were looking for lunch. And I said, hey, the cafe, she wants me to come down there and eat. We're here. Let's go do it. And lo and behold, and just so everybody knows, because if you haven't been watching the show, Tommy is in a mobile chair and he fit in here just quite nicely. So, and Trisha was excited because the bathrooms were handicap accessible.
Yes. And you can also use the back door if it's easier with the parking spots.
So Andrea takes care of everything. So anyway. Well, that's all I got. Well, thanks for letting me do this. Like I said, I haven't done this in a really long time. So if anybody sees this and wants to share it out, like it, post it,
Please.
share it. I'm going to redo it and share it and put it out there. So thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Even if it was only Neil and Ryan, but it's all right. But it's everybody's, I say on Thursday night barbecue chat, it's the rewind that matters. And let's see how many views we can get after this. So, there's a like. Somebody liked us.
Yay.
So it's probably Neil. But
Or Ryan. It was one.
Or Ryan. One of the two. We'll take both of them. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign out. Sure, you don't have anything else you want to do? You want to promote anything? You want to do a big commercial? You got to
Let me see. Well, we're really good with food allergies. Our fryer is gluten-free, which is really important to me. And as I was saying before about working with our kids with food allergies, our chicken tenders are gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, egg-free. So if that's something that you need or your kid needs, we're very much on top of that. And then we also have gluten-free noodles available for our macaroni and cheese and our cheese sauce. Most things that I thicken, I use xanthan gum. So those are gluten-free so that we can get as many people fed as possible.
So like all that vegan, keto, yeah, you got everybody covered.
I mean, keto we can work with and everything, but yeah, vegan, yeah, tons of vegan. The menu is all marked up with things that can be vegan or can be gluten-free and different things we can do. But we have gluten-free bread, buns, and bagels available for people.
Excellent. So get Happier Now Cafe. It's down there at the bottom. I can't see it because it's so small. 1016 East 31st Street in Grange Park. And thanks everybody for watching and have a good day. It's a gorgeous weekend.
It's beautiful.
It was ended up being
finally got here.
I know, gorgeous weekend. And though I think it's supposed to rain tonight. Hopefully it doesn't make it really cold, but who knows? All right. I'll be around. Look for me around town. I'll be around. Follow me, like me, whatever all that other good stuff is. I'm not looking to be a social media giant, but it's just fun hearing everybody's comments. So, all right, everybody, see you. Bye.
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 Thank you so much, guys. You've been absolutely amazing. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.